द्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने। ओं नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या भक्ति विद्या योग विद्या धर्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या भक्ति विद्या योग विद्या धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री उमा महेश्वराभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्राभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री वाल्मीकि तुलसीदासाभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास महर्षे नमः। ओम समस्त श्रीरामचंद्र स्वामिनः भक्तेभ्यो श्रीरामायण शास्त्राणाम् आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व शांति एकता अस्मिन् कर्मनिष्ठित अस्माकं सा सर्वेषां नित्य निरंतर विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन शक्ति साधना प्राप्ति द्वारा दिग्विजयार्थं श्री ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं श्री बाला त्रिपुरा सुंदरी मातुः सहस्रनामावल्याः पारायणं देवी स्तोत्राणां पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ श्रीरामनाम संकीर्तनम्। ओम श्रीराम जय जय राम 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 जय राम जय राम। ओम नमोस्तु रामाय स लक्ष्मणाय देवे च तस्य जनकात्मजायै नमोस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यः नमोस्तु चंद्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ओम श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। तस्श्री ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्र उत्तरकांडम पंचम सर्गः श्रीराम गीता श्री महादेव उवाच श्रीराम उवाच। चैंट फ्रॉम द श्लोकास 53 to 56। एवं सदाभ्यस्त समाधियोगिनः निवृत्त सर्वेन्द्रिय गोचरस्य हि विनिर्जिताशेषरिपोरहं सदा दृश्यो भवेयं जितषड्गुणात्मनः ध्यात्वैवमात्मानम् अहर्निशं मुनिः तिष्ठेत् सदा मुक्त समस्तबन्धनः प्रारब्धमश्नन् अभिमानवर्जितः मय्येव साक्षात् प्रविलीयते ततः आदौ च मध्ये च तथैव चान्ततः भवं विदित्वा भयशोककारणं हित्वा समस्तं विधिवादचोदितं भजेत् स्वमात्मानमथाखिलात्मनाम् आत्मन्यवेदेन विभावयन्निदं भवत्यभेदेन मयात्मना तदा यथा जलं वारिनिधौ यथा पयः क्षीरे वियद्व्योम्नि अनिले यथा अनिलः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्रीराम शरणं मम श्रीराम शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीराम शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम। देखिए, जीवन अच्छी तरह से निर्माण होना है। द लाइफ हैज टू बी लिव्ड fully, completely and fruitfully. What gives that life is the complete knowledge and understanding. Now, complete knowledge, complete understanding will come when we completely apply ourselves for the pursuit of that knowledge at the time of pursuing, gaining that knowledge. Whether that knowledge is secular or it is sacred. And that's why in those good olden days, by the age of 6 or 8, the children are sent to Gurukula up to the age of 25. Those 17, 18 years, the children are exclusively under the guidance of Guru, were completely thoroughly given all the knowledges, pakka, repeatedly making them repeat, putting tests to them, so that not even one trace of ignorance should remain or misunderstanding should remain or the knowledge should miss. No, thoroughly. Then that fully grown up, matured, produced that student from that guru given permission. Whether you go into the Grahastha Ashrama, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa, or direct pursuing the spirituality take up sannyasa, your choice. But in either case, you will not do anything wrong. Why? Fully you are given knowledge completely, thoroughly, deeply. That's why whether Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, Brahmana, they used to do their Vritti Vidyas perfectly. Everyone toward the back end of their life used to take up for spirituality. And as much Brahmana used to realize the self, so much Shudra also used to realize self. Because all of them were knowledge, given knowledge in the Gurukula, and they were thoroughly trained, not vague. Why this explanation we gave in the beginning today in Ramayana classes? This Ramayana Shastra, Adhyatma, in this every Kandam and Sarga, especially in this Uttara Kandam, the Panchama Sarga, Rama Gita, so sublime a profound knowledge of giving us liberation when understood and pursued, that there is nothing beyond it. Is the essence of all Vedanta, is the essence of all the Brahma Vidya, is the essence of all the Upanishads. This is the ultimate thing a human has to pursue for excellence. Some have. But why are we vague in our understanding of it? Therefore, inspiration for it, therefore, consistent in our sadhana, therefore, reaching the goal early. Because exclusively we are not studying it. In the classes itself, so many texts we are dealing. Though all of them are talking about Brahma Vidya, but that is diluting this study. Apart from this, those who are coming or not coming to other classes, other than Ramayana, this Adhyatma, throughout the day, by involving in so many things, how easily, quickly we are either diluting or forgetting the entire subject itself. When the subject is forgotten, how can you contemplate on it? How can we understand? How can we know the importance of it? How can it inspire us to take up it exclusively? Understood? Therefore, I am really sorry to you that not at all doing justice to such a sublime subject of Sri Rama Gita. One has to go to a jungle or an ashram, stay exclusively there like a sadhu, santa, sannyasi. There, deeply every word, every sentence, every shloka taught by the Rama, the Param Brahma, as less, nothing lesser than the Upanishad, this Shastra should be studied, debated, question answer sorted out, then training should be given for meditation. And by the end of this text, over of 65 shloka, in that 6 months or 1 year time, whoever have attended that, they should come out with the self knowledge, liberation. है ना? लाइक देर ऑल फिजियो सेंटर्स आर देयर, नो द आयुर्वेदिक वाले कुट्टकल बोलते क्या क्या बोलते हैं. तो 2 months यू आर देयर, आपके ऐसे रगड़ाई विजय होते, यू बिकम हेल्दी एंड कम, बट विद इन 3 days यू स्पॉइल. दैट्स डिफरेंट इशू. So to this Ramayana has all power potency to liberate us. But we are not doing justice to it in that way. Isn't it? Whole day our mind is involved in so many unwanted things on whatever the pretext or name. अब देखो है कि नहीं, जैसे आपके घर कोई महान संत आए हुए हैं, अब आप उनको केयर ही नहीं करो, इधर घूम रहे हो, उधर जा रहे हो, ये व्यापार में फंसे हो. इज इट नॉट एन इंसल्ट टू हिम? सो टू आप अपने घर में मंदिर रखा भगवान का, सुबह शाम पूजा ही नहीं कर रहे टाइम से, कभी किया कभी नहीं किया, इतने बिजी हो गए लोगों का मिलना जाना, फिर उस भगवान का इंसल्ट हुआ. इसी तरह ऐसे महान शास्त्र हमको मोक्ष देने वाला मिल रहा है, हम उसको कितना आदर दे रहे. इट इज नॉट ऑब्जेक्शन, इट इज नॉट ए क्वेश्चन, इट्स ओनली सम रिफ्लेक्शन, इंट्रोस्पेक्शन. Then more than this, what can Rama or Vyasa, the Bhagavan and the Guru can do us? Then giving this sublime moksha jnana in a such a simple form, in only few slokas of Painset. It's not a 1 lakh sloka Mahabharata. It's not 18,000 like Bhagavatam. It's 65 sloka, but very profound. What can they do? Then giving this ultimate in a simple manner. Now, if this one text you and I cannot study justifiably, means satisfactorily, satisfaction is experience of the self should come because all the ingredients required for it are given in that. Like in a food menu, all the nourishing ingredients are included. If we eat that food, then we'll have energy, immunity, strength, everything hona chahiye na. All parts of the body should be without any problem. सेम वे अध्यात्म रामायण का पढ़ने से इसमें खासकर राम गीता मोक्ष अनुभव ही आना चाहिए, उस तरह से पढ़ना है क्योंकि उसमें वो शक्ति है और उसीलिए दिया भगवान ने. दैट्स व्हाई इट हैज कम एट द एंड ऑफ दिस होल टेक्स्ट, टुवर्ड द एंड ऑलमोस्ट. विद्या का तो यही समापन है. पीछे और एक आध सर्ग में और थोड़ा बातें बताते होंगे, बट दिस इज द बेस्ट एंड अल्टीमेट. सो व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इज, like we gave you the example of the Gurukula, where secular sacred deeply studied without doubt, so that they never wanted anybody to be guiding them. Only some exclusive cases, like in Taittiriya, अतः यदि ते कर्म भी चिकित्सा वृत्त चिकित्सा है तो वहाँ कोई महात्मा होता है, उनसे पूछा करें, पूछने की जरूरत नहीं. Everything is known authentically from my Guru. Guru has taught me practically. He showed me, he gave the examples, he gave the logic, he quoted the Shastra. अब किसी बात का संशय ही नहीं है. गुरुकुल में पढ़ के निकलते थे उन जमाने में, इसलिए सब अपने कर्म में धीर होते थे, फिर अंत में आध्यात्मिक में भी वीर होते थे. या अपने कर्म में वीर, आध्यात्मिकता में धीर. सेम व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज स्पेंड सम 2-3 months टाइम. अभी यू नीड नॉट गो फॉर दैट एनी आश्रम एंड ऑल, वो तो हमेशा मिलता नहीं ना. सो that is good practice, but that should train us to be in that mode wherever we are placed by God. है ना? If Bhagavan had to put us in ashram, he would have put us in ashram only, no? If he has put it in your own family, that means you have to be there only. Where you are, he decides. What you have to do, you have to decide. And what you have to decide, where I am placed, I will be doing sadhana, just like some people who are in the samsara mode, even if they are placed in the ashramas, they will create samsara only there. So at your own place, taking permission from the people at home for 3-4 months, they go, I'll do what I have to do, my prarabdha, my job duty. Other time, exclusively, I do my study, don't disturb. With permission taken from other people, now you have to struggle with your mind. People will give easily permission, not the mind intellect. People give happy permission because उनको वही चाहिए. अब जाओ कहीं बैठो क्लास में 2 घंटे, क्या 2 जन्म बैठो, सैलरी दे रहे हो, मेरे को पैसे दे रहे हो, फ्रीडम दे रहे हो. I want nothing. But you think the mind intellect? That mind intellect with the discipline for 2-3 months. Only this. इसलिए चतुर्मास दीक्षा है, इसलिए 40 दिन के मंडल दीक्षाएं है कि नहीं, पक्ष वाले दीक्षाएं, हफ्ते के दीक्षाएं, हर दिन वाले दीक्षा, दिन में 2 घंटे का. डोंट वी हैव इन आवर सनातन धर्म ऑल ऑप्शंस पर डे 2 hour टू लेकर 6 महीने का भी उत्तरायण दीक्षा, दक्षिणायन दीक्षा, कहीं पूरा वर्ष दीक्षा होता है. एंड सबसे सर्वोत्कृष्ट कि 12 वर्ष दीक्षा, 12 years, है ना. क्रोध निग्रह, काम निग्रह, है ना, कुछ भोजन आदि ग्रहण का निग्रह, गुरु सेवा का 12 वर्ष का व्रत लोग लेते हैं, है ना. तीर्थ यात्रा का 12 वर्ष, भगवत सेवा. 12 year इज एन आइडियल वन टू गिव द ब्रेक थ्रू. और उससे बढ़कर आसुप्तेर अमृते कालम, टिल वी डाई, ओनली दैट वी आर इन्वॉल्वड इन, दैट इज अल्टीमेट व्रत. और इससे बढ़कर एक ही व्रत होता है, चाहे 1000 भी जन्म लगे, आई एम कमिटेड ओनली टू नो द ट्रुथ, दैट इज अल्टीमेट व्रत. उससे बढ़कर जरूरत नहीं है, उससे बढ़कर है ही नहीं. सो मोक्ष पर्यंत व्रत होता है, जीवन पर्यंत व्रत होता है. 12 years का व्रत होता है, 6 साल का है, 4 साल का है, 1 साल का है, 4 months का है, 40 days का है, 1 महीने का होता है, 15 दिन, 1 हफ्ता, 1 दिन में 2 घंटे. But only when we are committed and apply committedly, that we will be entering deeply into that, then the thing starts revealing. Is it so? Not only spirituality, a scientist, he'll have to be so. A prime minister, 5 years is to be totally bound to that work of serving the nation in all fronts. Then only can do some justice to his post. है ना, दैट आर्मी वाले अपने जीवन में जितने साल वो आर्मी में रहेंगे, सो दे आर फुली डेडिकेटेड, एनी टाइम रेडी टू फेस एनीथिंग, कमिटेड एफर्ट्स ना. योर सर्वेंट कमिंग होम, कर दिया 1 घंटा 1.5 घंटा, बट कमिटेड, फटाफट, शी डिड नॉट थिंक एनीथिंग. मतलब नोटिस, फर्स्ट वर्क सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ करके माता रानी जो करना था कर दिया, जा रहे हैं और कुछ है क्या, कमिटेड है करके, इसलिए डेली हमारा घर चलता है. इफ शी इज ऑल्सो लाइक अस एरेटिक डूइंग नथिंग, ये पिछले जन्म का पुण्य भोगते हुए अगले जन्म के सर्वेंट बनने की तैयारियां कर रहे हैं हम. गुड आइडिया नो, enjoying the punya of the last life, therefore doing nothing, getting the services from all, and being lazy, next life we are preparing for becoming a servant. By the way, this Ramayana has to be that way, without distraction, concentratedly, under the guidance of able Guru, deeply study, digest, use that knowledge for meditation and all, then touch that core self. भगवान राम को भी मौका ही नहीं है फिर, बाद में राज्य पालना होगा. अब सीता जी को वहां छोड़कर आए लक्ष्मण जी, वो बीच के टाइम वो यूज कर रहे हैं. लक्ष्मण जी में पूछा क्योंकि भैया को बार बार मैं पूछ सकता नहीं, तो राम जी ने, है ना, इन वाल्मीकि राम तुलसी रामायण, दिस राम गीता कम्स इन अरण्य कांड, है ना, 5 प्रश्न लक्ष्मण जी पूछते हैं. यहाँ अध्यात्म इट कम्स इन उत्तराखंड राम गीता. Sublime. Clear? Now, yesterday what we have seen is the 53rd sloka already studied. 54 studied. But summary we see in 2 minutes. What is in the 53? Ki, these are the few sadhanas when you do or anybody does. Hey Lakshmana, their drushti mein, in their drushti, I am always there. Don't take it literally. The literal meaning is what? उनके सामने मैं हमेशा दिखता हूँ या मैं उनको दर्शन में आता हूँ. नो, जो वस्तु सामने दिखता है दर्शन में आता है, दैट बिकम जड़ बिकॉज इट्स दृश्य. Therefore here I am always in the darshan of them means what? They will be experiencing me as their own self all the time. That's the Atma Rupena Darshana. So बीच बीच में व्यास जी and all they test us what we are studying, are we understanding or not. To test us they use this type of, so that means राम जी हमेशा सामने बैठेंगे, हम उसको देखते रहेंगे. हरे रामा, he'll be bored, you will also be bored, even it is Rama sitting in front. आत्म रूपेण रामानुभव इज द दर्शनम हियर. ओके, कहते हैं दृश्यो भवेयम सदा, आई बिकम हिज सीन थिंग ऑल द टाइम. सदा दृश्य भवेयम. So it's not a drishya, a drishyam, that jadam and all. Drishyo bhavaya means wherever he sees me only. This is in similarity with that shloka. Yatra yatra mano yati, yati mana. But tatra tatra samadaya. Because whatever he is seeing has understood that it is nothing but Paramatma. That sort of thing. तो भगवान दृश्य नहीं बनते, फिर जो भी दृश्य दिख रहा है वो भगवान के रूप में अनुभव में आता है. क्यों? क्योंकि इट्स भगवान ओनली. So the Lord is not become object of perception, but every perceived object is known as the subjective Rama himself. That is the experience. Clear? What are the sadhanas is expecting us to do? Sequence में top or sadhana to lower he told, but while pursuing we have to start from the top, bottom to the top. Top to bottom what he said? 1. कि सदा अभ्यस्त समाधि योगः. Second, निवृत्त सर्वेंद्रिय गोचर. Third, विनिजित अशेष रिपु. 4, जित षड्गुण आत्मना. है ना, 4 साधनास. ओके, इसका मीनिंग आने होता है, अब सीक्वेंस आप बना लो. सो जित षड्गुण आत्मना मीन्स ऑल द 5 इंद्रियास एंड माइंड ब्रॉट इनटू कंट्रोल. ऊपर गए, विनिजित अशेष रिपो हो. The proof of controlling all senses is these 6 enemies of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. With all his associates, they are conquered. When these 2 are done, what about our relation with the objects? Nivritta Sarva Indriya Gochara. All Indriya Gochara Vastu Shabda Sparsha Prasagandhadi or OET in Gurudev's chart, objects, emotions and thoughts. Nivrittaha. This is called Uparati in our Shamadhi Shatka Sampada. Wherein things are all around us, but I am not attending to them. Because I don't need, निवृत्त हो गया. Why Nivrit ho gaya? Because Kama Krodha they are conquered. How they are conquered? Because the six of the Indriyas and Mana are fully mastered, controlled. We are mastery controlling whenever you say what are they, what is their nature, what are the functions, why they are given, what done it they become the cause of liability, what done their giving is their available to do as is fulfilled. All this knowledge oriented living is called a Jita Shadguna Atmana. Why five Jnanendriyas are given? Why mana is given? What are the capacities in it? These capacities in what wrong way used they become cause of dukkha, samsara. What right way used they help us in some sadhana. Knowing all that and doing accordingly is called Jita Shadguna Atmana. Jita is not using them. You conquer the car doesn't mean you put the car in the garage not using. Conquering the car is you are seated behind the steering in a busy road. You are traveling healthily without dashing anyone, without harming yourself, without destroying car. That's called as conquering the car. So to the conquering the five indriyas and mana is not putting them into sleep all the time with all anesthesias. No, they are working active dynamically in right direction with right speed with right purpose achieving it without any distraction. That's the meaning of Jita Chatguna Atmana. So पहले ये करोगे that leads us to this the third sadhana of all the Vinijita Ashesha Ripu. The Kamana, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. They're all conquered. So you all know the genesis of it in so many classes, hundreds of times we discussed. Therefore, I'm not spending time to all this. We have covered all the basics in our last few thousands of classes. If you have not come, मेरी गलती थोड़ी है. You are insincere, irregular. मैं क्या करूं? Are coming regular, sincere, but sufficient homework is not done. Isn't it? You can't complain to God also. भगवान स्वामी जो है ना हमको नहीं सिखा रहे. भगवान एक डंडा देंगे आपको. He was like a donkey working morning, evening, 7 classes, 8 hours. He is doing and you have not attended. You just say nothing to my Swami. He will protect me. He will beat you only if you complain. है ना? Like संकल्प. First दर्शन होता है वस्तुओं का. Like morning visa. The out of the 9 karanas. है ना? Out of the 9 karanas. First karana is उत्पत्ति karana. Second is स्थिति karana. है ना? In that sthiti karana we were told that the indriyas have natural tendency to see the objects. See and drop never becomes a problem. When you see it more than once, by choice or by accident, even there if you don't neglect it, it becomes sankalpa. First seeing is darshanam, no problem. Second, third seeing, if you are careless, maya enters by creating a memory of it, a sankalpa of it. Then the brooding starts happening about it. Then it gathers the strength. Then it becomes strong sankalpa. Then it becomes kamana. So out of the 6 enemies, the first is kamana. Like in Gita, dhyayato vishan pumsa sangasteshu jayate sangat sanjayate kama. When the desire comes to us, there are only 2 ways of it. Either it's fulfilled or not fulfilled. When it is not fulfilled, it leads to the second of the 6 enemies, krodha. If it is fulfilled, it leads to the third of the 6 enemies, lobha. Okay? These are the genesis. The tendency of a person who has now succumbed either to krodha or to the lobha, either greed or anger, he loses sight of his whole knowledge and purpose and all. Therefore, he enters into a state of delusion. The delusion is called moha. That means kamana fulfilled leads to lobha, kamana unfulfilled leads to krodha, lobha and krodha both lead to moha, the delusion. The moment the moha comes, you lose the vichakshana of who you are, what people around. A special intoxication inside happens as to win the situation come what may, even without knowing what is winning. That's called a mother, the arrogance. Moha ke baad mada aa jata. Once the mother comes in the arrogance, come what may, he will see to it by hook or crook method, generally those only. He will destroy the person, destroy the situation. That's called as matsarya. Mattaha sarati. Nobody dare overtake me. Nobody should go ahead of me. I'll destroy myself, but I will not allow them to alive. They will be destroyed. Like the suicide bombers, they are at the extreme level of matsarya. Mattah sarati. All other religions are jealous of Hinduism. Therefore they try to destroy it. कोई कन्वर्ट करता है, कोई कंपेल करता है, बेवकूफ लोग. मात्सर्य है वो. We don't do that. In your path, if you reach God, you reach. Who says not? But they have matsarya. Same in the business field, the political field, everywhere. They say we will destroy if required, but we don't allow others to grow. See that other politicians, India is growing so beautifully. At the cost of India, they want to pull the government down for their own benefit. Further, they go to foreign countries and do dushprachar of the India and Indian great leaders. See the level of matsar. When you listen to that hate speeches in the political rallies and all, full of matsar. Oh, means the lowest, ultimate of the 6 durgunas. This disease can come to anyone, even spiritual field may. If the right way one is not growing, inside if that Maya is allowed to stay, that ego slowly comes. Then same things of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mohamad, Matsarya. In this, the Kama, Krodha, Adi may not be for money, may not be for the bhoga outside, but the name and fame, but being popular. All these come. These are all spiritual diseases in spirituality. Then such Mahatmas, in a different way, they fight with each other. They are there. Even if they don't fight, a thought comes in the mind. Very few are the ones who have risen above the Maya even at that level. Very few. Like Puja Guru, he conquered it. That's why he said, let the Hindu vote bank be created, the nation is made Hindu. Therefore, he called for the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. He's the first one pioneer, daring to call all Mahatmas under one umbrella for one agenda on one platform. He was successful in 2 times. 64-65 way. But slowly that gathered political rung, he left it and he took up only spirituality exclusively. But he was successful in that way bringing, but he couldn't stop it from becoming political. Once it takes a political color, all the beauty of spirituality goes away from it. Now it has become a political more than spiritual. That's why it's not able to serve. आउटवर्ड सरफेस में पॉलिटिकल कुछ नहीं लाना. ओनली हिंदुइज्म सनातन धर्म बात करना. इनसाइड देयरफॉर बीइंग द सनातन धर्म सो ग्लोरियस, वी हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट इट. एनीथिंग इज प्रोटेक्टेड ओनली व्हेन इट इज इन पावर. देयरफॉर गिव द वोट. लेट द हिंदू ओनली रिमेन एज द राजा ऑल द टाइम, not hating other religions. When other religions come into power, they destroy others. It is only the Hinduism in whose umbrella all religions healthy manner allowed to grow. सनातन धर्म का ये महिमा है. No, all these are interconnected. National, international problems are only matsarya. America doesn't want any country to grow. तो anything they do, हुक्कू क्रुक्कू they destroy. अगर नहीं हुआ, अब देखो चाइना से दोस्ती कर रहे हैं. उनको पता चला कि हम हरा नहीं सकते चाइना को. Funny, Biden goes and meets Jinping and they make some things. अरे पिछले 10 दिन पहले तक चिल्ला रहे. But इनको कभी बनना नहीं. He goes back to America again, he talks against. I have not seen any, what do you call it, a dictator than that Jinping. This US president says, as if he is not so. विचित्र. इन सब में जब मैं देखता हूँ कैसे सद्गुण दुर्गुण आध्यात्मिकता संसार काम कर रहा है, ओनली टू ऑब्जर्व इट आई सी वंस इन अ व्हाइल. और लकीली मुझे वही दिखता है जिससे कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, और जो भी देखता हूँ कुछ तो मिलता है सीखने of these sorts. Now, all that is Jita Shadguna Atmana के बाद निवृजिता अशेष शत्रु. That's why I'm saying एक श्लोक इस तरह से exhaustively, exclusively कहीं रहकर we have to study. Then third one is this, second one is this. Jita Shadguna Atmana हो गया, विनीत अशेष रिपो. Then निवृत्त सर्व इंद्रिय गोचर. This निवृत्त सर्व इंद्रिय गोचर is equivalent to the paravairagya in our yoga bhasha. है ना? Then what is that? तत्परम पुरुष ख्याते है गुण वैतृष्ण्यम. कि पुरुष को पाने की इच्छा से या पुरुष का महिमा पूरा समझने से पुरुष के अलग जो प्रकृति है उसमें जितना भी टेम्पटेशन सुख मिल रहा हो उसके लिए जाना ही नहीं. दैट्स कॉल्ड एज निवृत्त सर्वेंद्रिय गोचर. अपर वैराग्य आल्सो डिफाइंड दैट ओनली ना दृष्ट अनुश्रविक विषय वितृष्णस्य वशीकार संज्ञा वैराग्यम. In Vedanta also tadvairagyam jihasaya darshana shravanaadvi dehadi brahma paryante anitye bhoga vastuni. When these three are done, then the first one. What is that? Sada Abhyasta Samadhi Yogina. Here the trick of Ramachandra is what? He says, by all the time be in that Samadhi Yoga Abhyasa. When one is trying to do, is not able to do. Immediately question is asked. Why you are not able to do, sir? Because you are running behind the Indriya Vastus also. So they can't go together. The external path, another is internal path. So then what to do? Keep your Samadhi Yoga side pay. Try to get rid of this Sarve Indriya Gocharatva. When he is trying for that and if he is succeeding, then go to the first one, the Abhyasa of the Samadhi Yoga. If the second answer one is not able to do withdrawal from the senses, is not doing withdrawal from the objects, then he'll ask a question, oh Guru, ये भी नहीं हो रहा मेरे से. अच्छा बेटा, इसका कारण क्या है? You have the 6 ripus in you. काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मद मात्सर्य है. अब इनको विवेक वैराग्य आदि द्वारा तुम कांकर करो. Once somebody tries it, then really frees from the shed varga of the enemy, then he can withdraw easily from the vishayas of the world, then he can go to Abhyasa Yoga. First one, Samadhi. If somebody is not able to do this, महाराज क्या करूं मैं कि even this Arishad Varga I am not able to conquer. Oh, इसका अर्थ है you have not conquered your 5 indriyas and the mana, you are an utter slave to them. First start from there. And how to do that, sir? You can't do it. Surrender to the Guru in an ashram and go and follow the entire discipline strictly. That is neither for the Guru nor for the ashram nor for the inmates of the ashram. It is for you, for your indriyas and mana to control, after which alone you can conquer the 6 enemies, after which alone you can become naturally withdrawn from the objects of the world. Only in that calm and quiet and peaceful mind, the Tattvamasi Adi Mahavakya can enter, using which you can do the Samadhi Yoga Abhyasa, in which you transcend all gross, subtle, causal, individual, total, and you see that substratum, having seen which as it's your own experience, you are liberated. That seeing that substratum, Bhagavan Rama says, he will always see me. Vinirichita Shariposaham Sada Drushyo Bhaveyam. So what he sees there is the self, that self is Brahman, that Brahman self is alone me. So there were Ishvara, Jiva and the what do you call Para Brahma, एक का अनुभव हो गया. तो जीव ईश्वर ब्रह्मा ऐक्य हो गया वहां. No Jiva, no Ishvara, all are Brahman only. So in this way, every shloka has to be drilled, thoroughly studied. अभी हमने सुना, but it is forgotten again. Till it is deeply remembered, we have to study. But that's not enough information. Actually, we start working on these sadhanas. Throughout the day, trying for the first sadhana, not able to do the second, not able to do the third, if not the fourth one. This is how vigorously training, like in the army, na? Subha, din, shar, सिखाते जाते till they become perfected. So too in a grammar teaching schools, in any of the other arts teaching places, how vigorously they teach the martial arts कहिएगा, any of the professions, the medical में 24 घंटे कराते जाते, they भी आकर they become experts in that. So in spirituality also, under the guidance of the master guru, one has to master all these things. You know, when once we take spirituality, na, any other goal you can't have. If you have that goal, you will reach, but not spiritual. ये चाहिए तो सब सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य. That's it. If not now, 1,000 lives after also you may do, but truth remains as truth. So Swamiji, now okay, you are saying so. I'm not convinced yet. Let me wait for 1,000 lives. After that, I'll try again to know the self. How? I want to know the self along with the involvement in the world. और मेरे प्यारे, तब भी यही problem होगा. Either do it after 1,000 lives or this life. What is to be done is this alone. इसी रास्ते से जाना पड़ेगा. आप तब तक वेट करोगे और भी वेट होता रहेगा. Think about it. It is very subjective and personal. It cannot be insisted. So in this way, first sadhana is Sada Abhyasta Samadhi Yoginaha, and then I have explained exhaustively Nivruta Sarvindriya Gochara, Vinirjita Shesha Ripo, Jita Shadgunatma. But the first one we have not studied in this context. Same thing we are studying in Yoga Abhyasa in our Vedanta classes, but वहां पढ़ रहे करके इधर छोड़ने से फिर सब्जेक्ट कंप्लीट नहीं होगा ना. तो tomorrow I'll touch little about Sada Abhyasta Samadhi Yoga, taking the little help of the Ashtanga Yoga, Yoga Darshana Kavila Muni, not detailed में 2-4 minutes, so that this shloka is justified, completed. Then the next में श्लोक में फिर से भगवान trying, see देखो, like in Krishna गीता में, then उपनिषदों में ऋषि मुनि लोग in Purana Itihasa, what they do, you know, same thing with different words, different example, different logic, 1000 बार बोलते. Guru is never tired. because he's so kind and compassionate कि येन केन प्रकारेण in this disciples buddhi the laksha and the marga should be clearly established. Like a genuine doctor, somehow the health has to be regained of that person. So he sees the alternate medicine, integrated medicine, and other medicine, then dosage reducing, increasing attend, putting the extra attend. क्या क्या नहीं करता अगर वो डॉक्टर उस पेशेंट को ठीक करने का मन रखता है. Generally, this type of treatment happens to the VVIPs when they are in the hospital. ऑर्डिनरी को कोई देखता नहीं, सिर्फ पल्स रेट नहीं पर्स रेट देखते हैं आज के जमाने में. दैट्स ओके, दैट इज नॉट अवर प्रोजेक्ट टू डाइल्यूट अवर सबलाइम सब्जेक्ट. एंड बाय द वे एग्जांपल, बट फॉर द गुरु एवरी डिसाइपल इज ए वीवीआईपी. सो ये न के न प्रकार है ना उसको अध्यात्म मार्ग में रखना, निष्ठा से देखना कि शुड रीच आउट. इट डजंट, इट इज मोर पेनफुल सफरिंग देन द डिसाइपल, देन द संसारी, द गुरु, जिनका उनको काम दिया गया. Therefore, in any of the every of the shastras, repeatedly same thing is told till it enters into our mind. And if you are lucky, we catch that kindness of the guru, and we also cooperate, and we become sincere, and we learn master thoroughly. If you are more sincere than egoistic, more sincere than more selfish than this sincerity. If we are more egoistic than sincere, if we are more selfish than sincere, then we question the guru. Why are you telling the same thing and again? Do you think that I have not understood? So you are a useless guru. I am leaving you. I am going to other guru. If the other guru is worthy of guru, he will also do the same thing. Then what will you do there also? Carrying your own load of ego. You say ये गुरु भी ऐसे है, सब गुरुओं को छोड़ के या पहले गुरु के पास वापस आना पड़ेगा या खुद गुरु घंटाल बन के बैठना पड़ेगा. This I am understanding after studying so many shastras for discussing with you. In everything same is said. Question is not that by studying of so many of them, are you understanding? Are you convinced? If that is the focus, you are genuine, you are true. But all studied test a little like that पंछी की तरह, हाँ सब में यही है मैं समझ गया हूँ, छोड़कर again back to the samsara, then is most unfortunate. And such thing happens to those who have not held the feet of the Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara and Swaguru. है ना, जिन्होंने गुरु के चरण को नहीं पकड़ा, गुरु परंपरा को नहीं पकड़ा, गुरु तत्व को नहीं पकड़ा, उनको फिर ईगो और माया पकड़ती है ना. देन दैट ईगो, दैट माया मेक्स हिम फंक्शन इन दिस वे ईगो लेवल एंड इट टेक्स हिम फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू द अदर लाइक द रडरलेस बोट इन द ओशन, फ्रॉम हियर एंड देयर एंड हियर. अल्टीमेटली इट ओनली गेट्स ड्राउन्ड. Here I am telling what all these edits to say, that this shloka, again next shloka, again next shloka. No new thing is teaching Lord Rama. Same tattva anubhuti, tattva jnana, tattva sadhana only is teaching. But in other way, in another way. His idea is what? Whatever works, it will be good to him. For something should work to him. Even I don't know which works, but I am giving all medicines with my genuinity of wanting to serve the disciple Lakshmana. And he knows in future many people studies Adhyatma and Rama Gita. So for whichever the disciple, whichever the shloka clicks, and through that if he realizes the self and gets liberated, it is good. That's why I said all Upanishads. I have given up 10 days back only in bringing the quotations of the Upanishads and other Shastras while talking these particular topics of Adhyatma Ramayana, because it was becoming too heavy lengthy. Do you know today's 39th day of our 5th chapter Adhyatma Ramayana is Rama Gita. 40 days हो गए. You remember or not? I remember it. I was quoting, I was explaining. So this particular shloka is from this Manduka, this Aitareya, this is from the Katha Upanishad, this Mundaka, this Prashna, this Ishavasya. So each Rishi has tried his own way without copying the earlier Rishi, but quoted from the earlier. ये नस्तद विचिचक्षते अदिति शुश्रुम धीराणाम तदेशाभ्युक्ता तदेतदृचाभ्युक्तम. These are all the taking the help of the other Upanishad Vedas to explain the same truth by this guru of the later time. The rishis also have done like that. So Ramji also taking from every of the Upanishad, the prakriyas is trying to explain to us to realize this. It is his pure intention. Lakshmana asked how to cross the samsara. No, Bhagavan Rama cannot say one thing, it may or may not work for him. Therefore, he is giving all the Upanishads, all what he knows, so that the student of Adhyatma Ramayana is bound to gain the support for his spiritual evolution. If not with one shloka, maybe with other one. So that's why he is repeating. So 53 में जो बताया वही ऊपर था, वो भी ऊपर था, पीछे भी वो था. By this sloka 53 already 20, at least 15 times, he must have given the entire sadhana in a nutshell form repeatedly. Same thing will be in the 54 also, 55 also. We will touch upon it tomorrow. Sarvam Ramarpanam. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnameva Avashyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Bol Shri Ramachandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantri Amrita Kalishastaya Sarvame Vinashaya Trilokinathaya Sri Mahavishnu Namo Bhagya Abdi Chandrika Bhakta Chitta Ki Ganagana Rovaradam Bhole Nutyar Kudari Kaina Namaha. Om Nase Rohare Samvira Javatanandana Vira Om Sri Hanumati Raya Namaha. Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Namaha. Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Namaha. Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Namaha. Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Namaha. Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Namaha. Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Om Sri Hanumati Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya 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 Om Ajnaka Vidmahe Dikshna Kushtaya Dhimahi Tanno Narasimham Prachodayat Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Lakshminarasimhaya Praladaya Cha Om Ajnaka Vidmahe Dikshna Kushtaya Dhimahi Tanno Narasimham Prachodayat Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Lakshminarasimhaya Praladaya Cha Om Ajnaka Vidmahe Dikshna Kushtaya Dhimahi Tanno Narasimham Prachodayat Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Lakshminarasimhaya Praladaya Cha Om Rama 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 Rama. We have to do, though we have done yesterday 700 to 800, फिर से एक बार हम पढ़ेंगे, सीक्वेंस मिस हो जाएगा. Yesterday 6 to 7 we saw, today we'll do 7 to 8. और भीम रूपाय से लेकर स्टार्ट. ओम भीम रूपाय नमः. ओम भयापहाय नमः. ओम रक्ताय नमः. ओम चंडाय नमः. ओम सुरानंदाय नमः. ओम त्रिकोणाय नमः. ओम पानदर्पिताय नमः. ओम महोत्सुकाय नमः. ओम क्रतुप्रीताय नमः. ओम कंकाल्ये नमः. ओम कालदर्पिताय नमः. ओम सर्ववर्णाय नमः. ओम सुवर्णाभाय नमः. ओम परामृतमहार्णवाय नमः. ओम योग्यार्णवाय नमः. ओम नागबुद्ध्यै नमः. ओम वीरवासाय नमः. ओम नवात्मिकाय नमः. ओम द्वादशांत सरोजस्ताय नमः. ओम निर्वाणसुखदायिन्ये नमः. ओम आदिसत्वाय नमः. ओम ध्यानसत्वाय नमः. ओम श्रीकण्ठस्वान्तमोहिन्ये नमः. ओम पराय नमः. ओम घोराय नमः. ओम कराळाक्षे नमः. ओम समूर्ते नमः. ओम मेरुनायकाय नमः. ओम आकाशलिंग संभूताय नमः. ओम परामृतरसात्मिकाय नमः. ओम शांकर्यै नमः. ओम शाश्वत्यै नमः. ओम रुद्राय नमः. ओम कपालाय नमः. ओम कुलदीपिकाय नमः. ओम विद्यातनवे नमः. ओम मंत्रतनवे नमः. ओम चंडाय नमः. ओम मुंडाय नमः. ओम सुदर्पिताय नमः. ओम वागीश्वर्ये नमः. ओम योगमुद्राय नमः. ओम त्रिखंडाय नमः. ओम सिद्धपंडिताय नमः. ओम शृंगारपीठनिलयाय नमः. ओम काल्ये नमः. ओम मातंगकन्याय नमः. ओम संवर्तमंडलान्तस्थाय नमः. ओम भुवनाय नमः. ओम उद्यानवासिन्ये नमः. ओम पादुकाक्रमसंतृप्ताय नमः. ओम भैरवस्थाय नमः. ओम पराजिताय नमः. ओम निर्वाणाय नमः. ओम सौरभाय नमः. ओम दुर्गायै नमः. ओम महिषासुरमर्दिन्यै नमः. ओम भ्रमराम्भाय नमः. ओम शिखरिकाय नमः. ओम ब्रह्म विष्णुईश्वर तर्पिताय नमः. ओम उन्मत्तहेलाय नमः. ओम रसिकायै नमः. ओम योगिन्यै नमः. ओम योगदर्पिताय नमः. ओम संतानायै नमः. ओम आनन्दिन्यै नमः. ओम बीजचक्राय नमः. ओम परमकारुण्यै नमः. ओम खेचरी नायिकाय नमः. ओम योग्याय नमः. ओम परिवृत्ताय नमः. ओम अतिमोहिन्यै नमः. ओम शाकंभर्यै नमः. ओम संभवित्र्यै नमः. ओम स्कन्दाय नमः. ओम आनन्दे नमः. ओम मदार्पिताय नमः. ओम क्षेमंकर्यै नमः. ओम सुमायै नमः. ओम श्वासाय नमः. ओम स्वर्गदाय नमः. ओम बिन्दुकारिणे नमः. ओम चर्चिताय नमः. ओम चर्चितपादाय नमः. ओम चारुखट्वाङ्गधारिण्ये नमः. ओम अघोराय नमः. ओम मन्त्रितपदाय नमः. ओम भामिन्ये नमः. ओम भवरूपिण्ये नमः. ओम उषाय नमः. ओम संकर्षिण्ये नमः. ओम धात्र्यै नमः. ओम उमायै नमः. ओम कात्याय नमः. ओम कात्यायन्यै नमः. ओम शिवाय नमः. ओम सुलभाय नमः. ओम दुर्लभाय नमः, ओम शास्त्रीय नमः, ओम महाशास्त्रीय नमः, ओम शिखंडिन्ये नमः, ओम योग लक्ष्मी नमः, ओम श्री बाला त्रिपुरा सुंदरी मात्रे नमः. 2 more 100 are there. We'll see them. Last stotra in this book which I am holding, Devi Stotra Ratnavali 1774 Gita Press. Durga Stotra Siddhanamaka Stotra. Bhagavan Shivji, he has given this to us. It is in Vishwasara Tantra text. Thereafter we have of one mother. 9 slokas are there. They will be done tomorrow. Then we have Durga, Sri Devi, Amba, Jwala, then Geetha or Lakshmi, then Janaki. These 8 artis are there. अब मैं क्या करूं? They are there, so I have to do these things to complete the book. So I thought it will be over today, tomorrow, but it will take 4 days more, 3 or 4. After this is over, we don't do any stotra. Ashtotra Sarsasana is go on, but stotra anyway we are doing in the beginning of the class. That will be done continuously. Okay. Let us do this. Sri Durga Ashtotra Shatanama Stotram. संकल्प हमने कर लिया है. ईश्वर उवाच ओम शतनाम प्रवक्ष्यामि शृणुष्व कमलानने यस्य प्रसाद मात्रेण दुर्गा प्रीता भवेत् सती. ओम सती साध्वी भव प्रीता भवानी भवमोचनी आर्या दुर्गा जया चाद्या त्रिनेत्रा शूलधारिणी पिनाकधारिणी चित्रा चंडघंटा महातपाः मनोबुद्धिरहंकारा चित्तरूपा चिता चितिः सर्वमंत्रमयी सत्ता सत्यानंद स्वरूपिणी अनंता भाविनी भाव्या भव्या भव्या सदा गतिः शांभवी देवमाता च चिंता रत्न प्रिया सदा सर्वविद्या दक्ष कन्या दक्षयज्ञ विनाशिने अपर्णानेकवर्णा च पाटला पाटलावते पट्टांबर परिधाना कलमंजीर रंजिनी अमेय विक्रमा क्रूरा सुंदरी सुर सुंदरी वनदुर्गा च मातंगी मतंग मुनि पूजिता ब्राह्मी माहेश्वरी चैन्द्री कौमारी वैष्णवी तथा चामुंडा चैव वाराही लक्ष्मीश्च पुरुषाकृतिः विमलोत्कर्षिणी ज्ञान क्रिया नित्या च बुद्धिदा बहुला बहुल प्रेमा सर्ववाहन वाहन निशुंभ शुंभ हननी महिषासुरमर्दिनी मधुकैटवहंत्री च चंडमुंड विनाशिनी सर्वासुर विनाशा च सर्वदानव घातिनी सर्वशास्त्रमयी सत्या सर्वास्त्रधारिणी तथा अनेकशस्त्र हस्ता च अनेकास्त्रस्य धारिणी कुमारी चैककन्या च कैशोरी युवती यतिः अप्रौढा चैव प्रौढा च वृद्धमाता बलप्रदा महोदरी मुक्तकेशी घोररूपा महाबला अग्निज्वाला रौद्रमुखी कालरात्रिस्तपस्विनी नारायणी भद्रकाली विष्णुमाया जलोदरी शिवदूती कराली च अनंता वरमेश्वरी कात्यायनी च सावित्री प्रत्यक्षा ब्रह्मवादिनी य इदं प्रपठेत नित्यं दुर्गा नाम शताष्टकं नासाध्यं विद्यते देवी त्रिषु लोकेषु पार्वती धनं धान्यं सुतं जायां हयं हस्तिनमेव च चतुर्वर्गं तथा चान्ते लभेन्मुक्तिं च शाश्वतीं कुमारीं पूजयित्वा तु ध्यात्वा देवीं सुरेश्वरीं पूजयेत् परया भक्त्या पठेत् नाम शताष्टकं तस्य सिद्धिर्भवेत् देवी सर्वैः सुरवरैरपि राजानो दासतां यान्ति राज्यश्रीमवाप्नुयात् घोरोचनालक्तक कुङ्कुमेन सिन्दूरकर्पूरमधुत्रयेण विलिख्य यन्त्रं विधिना विधिज्ञः भवेत् सदा धारयते पुरारिः भौमावास्या निशामग्रे चन्द्रे शतभिषाङ्गते विलिख्य प्रपठेत् स्तोत्रं स भवेत् सम्पदां पदम्. इति श्री विश्वसारतन्त्रे श्री दुर्गाष्टोत्तर शतनाम स्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्. ओम शांति शांति शांति. सो महादेवी के विभिन्न रूपों का ध्यान जो है very powerful. I'll have a satsang on this also as the time permits us. So tomorrow we do all the 9. These Ashtotra Stotra means that 108 names written in the form of Stotra. Like nowadays we are doing the Sahasranamavali. Every Sahasranamavali is there in the form of Stotra also. So it becomes easy for remembering. And doing the Upasana ke time, anyway the people know the Sanskrit Bhasha. So the dative case they apply and Om they apply and Nama they add. Then it becomes, the Stotra becomes Namavali. So like there, Om Sati, Sati is the first name. Om Sati Namaha, so Sadhvi, Om Sadhvine Namaha. So Bhava Prita, Om Bhava Pritaye Namaha. Om Bhavanyai Namaha, Om Bhavmochini Namaha. It is Namavali. Stotra hai ye. Like you have Rama Stotra, Shatanama Stotram, Krishna Stotra, Shatanama Stotram, Anjaneya Shatanama Stotram. हर एक नामावली का स्तोत्र भी होता है. लाइक ललिता सहस्रनाम स्तोत्र में नामावली भी है, त्रिशति स्तोत्र भी है, नामावली भी है, चतुर्योग खड्गमाला भी है, नामावली भी है. Sri Krishna Kamala Natho Vasudevo. No, like that the stotra goes on. वासुदेवो जगत गुरु ऐसे हो श्लोक है उसका. इवन गणपति अष्टोत्तर इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्तोत्र. स्तोत्र का नामावली वी हैव सीन. गकार का भी नामावली है, स्तोत्र है. ऑर्डिनरी गणपति का 6-7 स्तोत्र है जिसके आप ओम और नमः ऐड करोगे, चतुर्थी विभक्ति जोड़कर इट बिकम्स द नामावली. Clear? So just give an idea as to what is this Ashtottara Nama, Ashtottara Stotram and Ashtottara Namavali. Like Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram, Om Vishwa Vishnutkaro, Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. उसी का नामावली क्या है? ओम विश्वस्मै नमः, ओम विष्णवे नमः, ओम वषट्काराय नमः, ओम भूत भव्य भवत प्रभवे नमः, भूतकृते नमः, भावाय नमः, भूतात्म परमात्मने नमः, मुक्तानां परमागते नमः, अव्ययान पुरुषाय क्षेत्रज्ञाय नमः. Like that is the stotra. That is नामावली. ठीक है? So little idea is discussed today. Let us enjoy all our classes tomorrow also. Om Bhurvasva Pranaya Panaya Vyana Udaraya Samanaya Brahmane Brahmarpanam Om Natatra Suryo Bhatina Chandra Tarakam Nema Vidyuto Bhanti Kuto Yamagnihi Tameva Bhantam Anvahtasya Bhasa Sarvavidam. Om Narayana. Om Natatra Suryo Bhatina Chandra Tarakam Nema Vidyuto Bhanti Kuto Yamagnihi Tameva Bhantam Anvahtasya. Om Narayana Namo Brahmane ब्रह्मलोकाद व्यास योगींद्र सीताराम. हाँ, बोल सिया रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. राधावर कृष्णेंद्र भगवान की जय. उमावर चंद्रचूड़ भगवान की जय. श्री रामायण महाभारत भागवत गीता ब्रह्मसूत्र योग भाष्य अध्यात्म सूत्र शिवपुराण समस्त पुराण शास्त्र की जय. वेद शुक्रदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय. वेद विश्वामित्र तुलसीदास रामायणाचार्य की जय. हिरण्यगर्भ कपिल पतंजलि व्यासादि योग दर्शनाचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. बोलो वेदव्यास वैश्वपन याज्ञवल्क्य आदि शंकराचार्य ब्रह्मविद्याचार्य की जय. नमः पार्वती पदे नरमादेव सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय. राम राम. अम्बे अम्बे आदिनाथ माता की जय. बाला त्रिपुर सुंदरी माता की जय. दुर्गा माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक से भगवान जिज्ञासु गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्म जीवन की जय. Please do strong sankalpa. Elections are coming. Sweeping majority से whole India, regional states में भी, total में भी वही पार्टियां जीते जो सनातन धर्म का मानते हैं. बाकी सब even lose the deposit also. They should also become Sanatana Dharmi. ऐसा संकल्प. Only one country is there in the world, India, which has some Hinduism to sustain. There are 175 countries or 62 or 52, the Islamic countries. All other are Christian countries. अब एक भारत भी नहीं है हिंदू का, क्या करें. वन था हमारा नेबर नेपाल, उसने अपने आप को सेक्युलर डिक्लेयर कर दिया. इनफैक्ट ही वाज द ओनली हिंदू नेशन, नॉट इवन इंडिया. इंडिया इज आल्सो कॉल्ड सेक्युलर, बट कम से कम तो चल रहा है हिंदुइज्म. तो वी प्रे वी शुड रियली डू दैट जॉब ऑफ अवर्स. इट्स मस्ट. इफ दिस मच वी डोंट डू तो फिर क्या हम साधना सनातन में पैदा होकर क्या उसका फायदा है. These are very personal and sensitive things. I can't throw on you. I can't force. I can only give information, thinking about which one can come to the understanding and do the needful. My gurus gave me, they are not forced to. So I had to contemplate and know how great is Sanatana Dharma. If it sustains, everything sustains. Therefore, I must become its custodian, whatever the words you use. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Om Shri Rama Sharanam Mama. Another beautiful day we have spent. Half of November also is over. चलते रहेंगे, क्या चिंता है. ओम